and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I look like this. I'm really scared about this turban because I'm not good in doing a turban, but I tried. So today I wanted to do a tutorial inspired by another YouTuber, and this time I choose Patrick Starrr. So why Patrick? Well, there are a couple of reasons. First of all, he worked with our store before. I know him. Not really. I met him a couple of times. I don't know Patrick, but whenever he stops by at the store, he says hello, he hugs everybody, and yeah, it's kind of like cool to have somebody or know somebody who is as successful as he is, and I'm so happy for him. Like honest opinion, whatever he did with his career at YouTube, it's mind-blowing, it is amazing, and I don't even know him, but I'm so proud of him, and for one specific reason. And that's also the reason why I wanted to do this tutorial, because he's a man wearing makeup. Well, for some people that's like, yeah, where's the big deal? Unfortunately, in our society, it's still not really common and not really accepted as a man to wear makeup, to like makeup, to enjoy the art of makeup artistry. And Patrick, because he has such a big platform, is definitely putting out a name there and showing it's okay. It is okay as a man to like makeup. And it's really hard. I mean, like I get it in a smaller fraction, the hate, the comments. I don't want to even know what he deals with. He needs to have a very thick skin and good friends around him who support him, because it's tough. It's not easy. And this is why I wanted to do a tutorial, to kind of like show whatever you want to do when it comes to makeup, it is okay. Makeup does not have a label. It's not exclusively for females. You can wear makeup if you want to as a man and look fierce and sickening. And if you want to know how to look this fierce and this sickening, then just keep on watching. Alright, let's start with MAC Cosmetics Refined Zone Treatment. You know the drill. I put that throughout my T-zone to minimize pores and absorb oils throughout the day. And I kind of like just buff it in, and then I take Hourglass Veil Primer and I first pat it in the areas I wanted it to be, and then I just massage it into the skin. Chanel Perfection Lumière on the Morphe brush. This is the G6, and I first tap the foundation all over my face. This way I just make sure the brush is not absorbing too much, even though it's a very dense brush, and I just take then the brush and do buff it in a circular motion until I have it spread out evenly. Now I'll go ahead and take the MAC Cosmetic Full Coverage Foundation. I mean, like, that's a signature Patrick Starrr move right here. Highlighting to the gods, I'm taking the F60 brush from Sigma. It's a flat foundation brush, synthetic bristle, and just highlight the high points of my face in a color that is about 2 shades lighter, and then I go in with a very dark, dramatic, deep contour color, cut out my cheekbones, and then I also take that a little bit on my forehead, and then also underneath my lip to make them more pouty, and underneath my jawline to sharpen that too. And then if you are done with all of that, you can go ahead and take your Morphe brush one more time and just blend it in and buff it in, or a beauty blender, however you want. Now we're setting it quick with Merciere translucent powder on a damp beauty blender and baking underneath our eyes. Really press it in so all the excess moisture gets absorbed. And I take Kryolan translucent powder on a powder puff from MAC all over. And here again, a classic Patrick Starrr move. Smack your face with a powder puff. And I take a little bit more from the translucent powder from Kryolan and put it underneath my eyes, so any fallout that I might have will get catch from that powder and doesn't absorb through the skin. This is a new product. It's called the Big Brow Pencil from MAC Cosmetic. It's kind of like a waxy texture, and I go first against my hair, so against the growth of my hair, and then I go back with it. And I take then afterwards from the Velux
brow liner, the little spoolie, and just brush them into place. And this wax in there will hold them into place. And then I take the pencil side of the Relax brow liner and fill in any gap that I might still have, and also sharpen the tail of my brow. Then I take the Pro Longwear concealer from MAC on a Sigma F70 brush and just kind of like cleaning up a little bit underneath my eyebrows so that this is nice and clean, as well as sharpen the tail a little bit so it's really pointy. You cut somebody with that, and then I take it all over my eyelid, the Pro Longwear concealer, as my eyeshadow primer today. Makeup Geek Peach Smoothie on a 217 brush from MAC. Honest opinion, you can skip that part because it didn't really do anything for the look at the end. And then I take the Artist Shadow 2, the S924 color on a MAC brush, and to be honest, again, this did not work out the way that I wanted it to be because it just didn't grab the product right. So I had to switch the brush towards a big pencil brush. This one is from the school that I went, the Chicocihan #2 brush, but any big fluffy natural fiber blending pencil brush will do the trick. And I blended in a little C shape on the outer corner and inner corner, and this already starts to define this kind of like hollow smokiness that I want. So inner and outer corner are the darkest part. And then I go in with the same Artist Shadow 2 palette, ME910 color on a 217 brush again, and blending out the first purple color, so it blends out from a purple into a pink. And then I go ahead and take the ME930 color on the same pencil brush I used before and just really darken the outer corner and the inner corner. This will really tie on the depth that I want. Like, this is where it gets dramatic, and that's what we want for that look. And of course blending. Blending and blending and blending. So now we're going into Kitchmas. That's a pigment from MAC, and I take that on a 252 brush, and that I wet with a Fix Plus spray to I get the maximum amount of impact. And as you see, it's a very dramatic silvery pinkish pigment, but it comes across mostly silverish if you use it wet. And then I just blend it in with a 217 brush. But if you blend a little bit too much, you can always go ahead and take a little bit of the darkest color and just add it on so that the dramatic dark part is not going anywhere. Then I take the I872 color on the same brush, but just shorthanded underneath my brows to highlight there. Chromaline from MAC Cosmetic and Black on a 263 brush. This is a synthetic angle brush, and I just define here where I want the wing to go. And then after I mapped out where the wing should go, I then just do a regular traditional liner, but a little bit more dramatic. MAC Cosmetic eyelash curler. Any eyelash curler will do the trick. And then I take my So Loved iconic overcoat from Dior to coat my lashes, and then go ahead, take Studio Fix powder, another layer of coverage on the blush brush from Real Techniques, and I wipe away the bake, and I also set my whole face with that, and yeah, cake face. Now I take the 214 brush in the same colors that I used on top. So first the purple, then I blend it out with the pink, and last but not least with the darkest color, and repeat kind of like the same transition that I did on the top part of my eye and smoking out the lower lash line. Then I take the electric palette brush from Urban Decay, but any small shader brush will do it, and I take the highlight color in the inner corner. Technakohl liner in Graphblack from MAC Cosmetic to darken my waterline, and I wanted to do it fancy with the Beautyblender, but then I just did it with my finger because that was easier. I take MAC Cosmetic Xenoplay lash to really coat my bottom lash, and we're almost done with the eyes, but let's go to the skin now. And I take refined golden bronzing powder on a 135 brush and bronze up the top of my cheeks as well as a little bit on the temple. And I go ahead and take the Shade and Light palette from Kat Von D and I take the color Shadowplay on a 168 brush, and I first contour out my cheeks and also contour a little bit on my forehead and underneath my jawline. And I take that same brush, pinch it together, and I just snatch my nose. And then I take Lyric from the same palette and I take it on a G2 brush from Morphe and highlight underneath my eyes to really make that stand out. And then I take Rendezvous from Geek, that's a blush, 135 brush again, and I kind of like have a little bit pigment left from Refined Golden, so I melt the pink blush with the Refined Golden so it comes out to a very warm pinkish bronze color. And I take the 163 brush from MAC and I take Laura Merciere translucent powder one more time and curve out that cheek line one more time so it really stands out, and I let it just sit there, blend it down towards my jawline and let it bake there for about 5 minutes. And I take now Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit, that glow in Sunburst and Bubbly, and I take that on the 133 brush from MAC. It's a new one, love this one for highlighting, and I give me a nice glow on the top of the cheeks, on the bridge of my nose and on my cupid's bow, and then I take it away a little bit, slow it down with the blush brush from Real Techniques. Now I take Soar lip pencil, outline my lips, and I fill it in with Myrrh from MAC. You just get that at stores, so don't waste your time and go to any partner location, but it's a beautiful matte rosy color. Now I stack some lashes. This one is the 48 lash from MAC, and on top I take the Iconic from House of Lashes, and that's the look.
And that is the end of the tutorial. I know, a lot of products, you need some time and a prayer, but you can do it. And if you do like the look, please make sure you tweet to Patrick, send him email, harass him on Instagram, I don't care, he needs to see this tutorial. And if you do see it, Patrick, thank you so much for giving men a voice who like makeup like I do and a lot of other guys that I know. Well, and if anybody wants to know what products I used today and where to find the links to my social media, you will find that in the info box. If you want to know anything else about me, leave that in the comment section and I do the best I can do to get back to you. And if you please take a minute and just like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel, that would mean the world to me. So that's it. Now I will get rid of that turban because that hurts. I don't know how he does it, but it does hurt. So thank you very much for watching again. And as always, at the end of the video, I wish you now a wonderful day and enjoy.